Hello. Welcome to the KetoMOM page. My name is Stephanie. This is my amazing husband, Steve. And we're diving into our book called Awareness Revolution. So as you're tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from. We are sitting on our back porch looking over our lake in Minnesota. So we're not in Florida anymore, but we are in Minnesota. Where are you tuning in from? If you do not know what we're talking about, here on the KetoMOM page, we talk about a lot of things. We share recipes. We share keto tips. Like this page started off with my husband doing the keto diet. I was not a supportive wife. Then I said I would help him. And all we did was share recipes. And then about 2 years ago, we realized that people were missing really the number one thing of why we felt like people were not hitting their goals, and it was their mindset. It was awareness around so many different areas of their life. We have our own book. It's not ready to be launched, but we're sharing it with you here, and it's called Awareness Revolution. And so we're going to share with you a little bit about some different chapters today, but tell us where you're tuning in from, and we have some funny jokes to start off today.
All right, so why don't scientists trust atoms?
Why don't scientists trust atoms? I don't know.
Because they make up everything. That's pretty funny.
You guys, I love jokes.
Why was the math book so sad?
Well, math should be sad in general.
Well, because it had too many problems. And then, what do you call fake spaghetti?
What do you call fake spaghetti? I don't know.
An impasta.
An impasta.
All right, that's just something kind of fun, but we're going to dive into trigger points and really what that means.
I'm kind of triggered at the moment. I sound super congested. I don't know why, but you have to just bear with me.
Because we traveled for 2 weeks and we may have touched a lot of dirty door handles.
A lot of dirty doors. A lot of dirty gas stations.
You never know.
I'm probably a little challenged at the moment. All right, so here is what we have done so far. In general, you can always, if you're brand new, post new below. You can always go to ketomomsecrets.com and click on recipes. We send out trial packs every day of ketones. I call it Mom Fuel. Steve drinks it. Dad Fuel. Anybody Fuel. You can click on Book Club for the books that we've done the last 2 years. And we're diving into this idea that we really truly believe is super important. And the word is awareness.
Yeah. And
awareness in all areas of your life, because most people think, well, I can't lose the weight because I don't know what to eat. And in reality, that's usually not the issue. It's usually something underlying in other areas of their life.
Right. And
so chapter 3 and chapter 4 are really about awareness around, it's awareness around accountability. And so we're not going to read them to you. We're still kind of fine tuning them, but accountability is super important. It's awareness of who are you sharing your goals with? Who's holding you to a level of accountability so that you don't just give up. And we're not going to dive into that chapter. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but in every chapter we give you questions to help you go through that to actually get to the root cause of maybe this is what I need to work on. And so I really wanted to dive into chapter 4, which is awareness around triggers.
Yeah, so think about it in your life. Have you noticed any kind of particular patterns that may not be getting you the results and the goals that you want?
Right.
And so this chapter, we talk about the trigger points and really how to break through those bad cycles or breaking through those bad behaviors, those bad patterns. And I mean, if you think about your day, what are the things that usually trigger you to some point to not get the result that you want? Or maybe you get angry.
Yep.
Because you are possibly hungry. Maybe you get angry because you are just angry about somebody did something to hurt you.
Yeah.
Maybe you're feeling lonely. Maybe you're a little bit tired. So think of the analogy of HALT. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. Are any of those the reasons why you could be potentially emotionally eating? Are any of those the reasons why you're making bad choices when you walk into the kitchen? It's interesting. Yesterday at church, we had a guest speaker named Jared Neiman who was incredible.
Yeah.
And he said, how often does this happen that you've got a goal, you're determined to eat perfect.
It's Monday.
Eat the chicken and the broccoli.
So
you even pre-planned your meals. You did your workout that day. And then Deborah in accounting brings donuts. And she wants to bring donuts for the entire staff because...
You got the email that said, the donuts are here. Happy
She just wants
Monday.
to
It's
be
going to
kind.
be a great week. And you're like this. Oh, the trigger is the donut.
So it's interesting because so often we've talked about this in the past about behavior modification, but it's really important to understand why you're doing what you're doing,
Right.
who you are. The who before the do is so important. So Stephanie, what would you say in identifying and breaking bad habits? What are some things that you've seen in your life that has been helpful to, one, identify them, two, to have the awareness, but three, to actually break through and create those positive patterns?
Well, I'll tell you this. This is why we're writing the book, because I have had the awareness that people don't really think about all of the things that affect their life, which is why they might not be hitting their weight loss goals. I think in general, when we first started this KetoMOM page, we thought it was all about recipes. And if you had the right recipes and if you knew the right foods to eat, then you should be able to lose the weight. And then I realized, oh my goodness, no, we don't have the awareness of why are we eating? Why are we making excuses? Understanding that what you think about legitimately determines your life, and you're living your life today. And it legitimately goes back to, oh my goodness, my mindset is the reason I am where I am today. Good or bad, positive or negative. And if you don't even have an awareness of why you eat or what you're eating, or, oh my goodness, I'm lonely, or I didn't realize as a mom, the trigger point is my kids are wasting food, so I eat the extra food on their plates and therefore I'm overeating. And that might sound silly, but it's actually a reason. There's not I wish I could just impart this awareness word to most people and go, I promise you, in order to lose the weight, in order to feel better, in order to reach those goals, if you could just look at life at a whole picture perspective to go, why am I actually doing the things that I'm doing? Why do I think the things that I'm thinking? If I could truly just stand back for a second and go, I need to actually think about what I'm thinking about. I need to actually pay attention to why I'm making those decisions. Why do I sit down every single night, go watch Netflix, and why do I feel like I have to eat something? And once I have the awareness of why I'm doing these actions, you're going to catch yourself.
That's the key.
You're going to go, oh my goodness, why did I grab that bag of Skittles? Because it was in front of me. Why was it in front of me? Somebody brought it to work. I don't need to eat it. I can actually take it and give it away. It's actually being aware of your thoughts, and then you will be aware of your actions, and then you'll make better choices.
And I would just want to encourage you, just remember this. Everybody ends up somewhere, but very few people end up somewhere on purpose.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're tuning in today, for those of you who are tuning in and watching this, the thing that I love that you share examples, you give insight, Stephanie. And so the coolest thing is that you're here, you're listening to the things that Stephanie are saying, and you're going to have these epiphany moments. You're going to have these moments of distinction. And if you truly know why you're doing the things that you're doing, you will have the awareness. When you sit on the couch, you turn on Netflix, and
Right.
you're going to have that moment. Oh, I remember Stephanie talked about this. Why am I doing this? I thought I wanted to accomplish fill in the blank. So it's really important to know what are the things, what are the dreams, what are the things that you were called and created to do in your life, because it's in those moments where maybe you do the thing that's just second tier. It's not the best. It's just okay, or
You're
it's good.
comfortable. You just want to sit in whatever it is.
We want you to live your greatest and best life now.
Right. Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we're excited about is to help walk you through understanding that either life can happen for you or you can own it. Either you're going to let life come in and you're just going to settle, you're going to be comfortable, you're going to be like, well, it is what it is, or you can go, no, I'm going to have an awareness of I can make it the best life possible for me, my kids, my spouse, and I do have more to offer. I do have things that I want to accomplish. I do have gifts and talents I want to share with the world. And it comes with just a clear understanding of what's going on in your own life, how you make choices and decisions, and then owning that and then moving forward towards the goals you want.
That's so good. I would just say we've got a list of questions that we'd like to basically gift to you.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in getting today's worksheet, basically it's some key takeaways. It's like a chapter summary and some questions that if you can set aside some time and just work through the 5 questions, I promise they'll bring some awareness to your life, and it'll help you have your own awareness revolution to becoming the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So if you want that, just comment PDF down below, send us a DM, and we'll send that to you later on today.
Yeah. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in. I'd love for you to press the share button. Sharing is caring. You can always go to ketomomsecrets.com for recipes and much more. Continue to tune into the page for recipes and how-tos and helping to level up your mindset. That's the most important thing. So post PDF below. Continue to tune in. We'll be giving you the other overviews of the chapter, hoping to launch the book early fall. And anything else?
Coming soon. Hey, I just appreciate you guys being here, and have a great day.
Bye, guys.